What we've done at E2M is we are great people achieving balanced environmental outcomes. We pride ourselves on making sure that we're not the consultants that say yes. We look for sound solutions and then we stand by our findings based on scientific merit. We are a group of qualified and experienced terrestrial ecologists supported by a GIS team.
What I'd seen happened in the past was people who are technical ecologists who can talk their language, and you've got geospatial professionals who can talk their language, and there was a real disconnect in the firms that I'd worked for. The recognition of that importance was a key step in E2M's point of difference.
We're a room of consultants, which means that we're not working for not-for-profits or charities. We're looking to work with companies to get the best outcome that we can. We do ecology assessments for a huge range of projects, from mining and gas to renewables to infrastructure.
One week we could be on a pipeline survey looking at rehabilitation, looking at ground cover, doing grass ID, and then the next survey we could be doing fauna trapping for an offset or an impact statement. It's just a really diverse range of fieldwork locations and projects.
Even in the office, no day is the same.
E2M was founded off the back of some observations of ecological services not quite being the focus of the firms I was a part of. They were always ancillary services, but never the focus of the core business. I thought I could do better. So my career and a few of the other owners of the business started our careers in urban land development. And that work for an ecologist is not overly enjoyable because developers tend to see environmental conservation as a cost rather than a benefit. But then the coal seam gas boom hit Queensland and I got swept up in that industry. So when E2M first started, it was an extension of that work. So the firm that I was working for at the time were taking weeks to deliver these particular projects, and I found a way to sort of execute that in days.
We focus almost solely on terrestrial ecology, and that's been a fairly conscious choice to try to be the best in what we do.
We started the firm on the back of a napkin in a hotel restaurant one evening because the work we were doing for a client at the time was being appreciated to an extent that they wanted us to do more. At this stage, we were 2 people in a coffee shop. Within sort of 6 to 12 months, we had our first employee and then a second shortly thereafter, and then the scope and the demand for our services just kept growing. We actually expanded and assumed another room in this coffee shop. So it's just been a story of kind of sometimes 4 people a year, since we started. But with that, the focus hasn't changed. And we made some very conscious decisions to start to take our effort with our consulting in a different direction. So we transitioned out of the smaller projects into now, there's not really a project that this business couldn't service in ecological consulting in Queensland. So we could service a project of generally any scale. The firm started out with a relationship and still continues a very long-term, strong relationship with Origin Energy. That relationship was founded in doing good work on time. They have been our longest term and continue to be one of our biggest clients. Other clients that we have, marquee clients, Bravis. So Bravis are, again, a very long-term client. Other companies that we deal with fairly regularly are people like Santos, companies like Whitehaven Coal, people like BHP. We're often a trusted partner for people like AECOM and SLR and Jacobs and those huge multinational, multidisciplinary consulting firms. But we're regularly engaged as well. Department of Transport and Main Roads, Department of Education, so Queensland Government in its various entities.
We're constantly trying to figure out better ways to do things, more efficient ways. It can be field equipment, it can be the computers the guys are using. So making sure that as we continue to grow, the team has the tools and the equipment they need to do their jobs as best they can.
To be honest, when we're looking for new team members, it's not really focused on their skills. We can train people how to do the job, particularly graduates, but we want someone that brings their perspective and their skills to the team in a way that enhances what we've already got. So it's very much looking for someone that fits. And that doesn't mean we're all the same. We've got room for everyone here, but we are looking for people that enjoy collaborating, listening to different voices and getting the job done.
The people that we have tended to employ here are sort of naturally just keen to learn, inquisitive.
We can teach a person how to be a geospatial consultant or an ecologist, but we can't teach people how to be good people. So we're looking for people to come and join our firm who align with our values. There is enough growth in Queensland in particular to expand our business to 40 people by 2026. So we want to be the leading choice for terrestrial ecology services in Queensland, with a dedicated team of terrestrial ecologists and geospatial professionals. We're very much staying in our lane, but we want to be the best in that lane.